And when we look at the benefits that an ERP can provide, we'll find that compared to what you get in a decentralized legacy system, most of the problems are taken care of at a cost, of course. But there are certain elements that it provides which were not even a part of the existing legacy systems. And as we go through that, we'll find out what are they, and I'll kind of highlight them a little more. So one is the data integrity as a benefit of an ERP, because there is one central system which is replicating the entire business processes of the organization. You have a situation where you don't have to pull in data or send data to any other system. So what you have is a single source of truth. Then you have a data availability. You have an online system where you have real-time information, and that one-stop shop solves all your problems at that point, and you don't have to wait for decision taking in any in that environment, because you have whatever you need to take your decisions right there and then. Data accessibility is another area where, thanks to the internet, you are able to sit in any part of the world and access that same system, subject to having your authorizations via single sign-on. So you don't have, for example, you have an ERP system in which you have 2 or 3 different external systems which have been connected to it. You can have a single sign-on. You just connect into the ERP system, and from there, with that single sign-on that you did, you are now able to access all your other systems too, which are sort of satellite systems. Uniformity and homogeneity is, again, ties in with data integrity to some extent, where you have one code in which the entire programming was done, a similar way in which the data is being stored in the tables. So when you look at your data, you do not have to kind of remember, I need to do this to get that, because now everything is working the same way in your ERP system. And easier decision making, I already referred to that, because you have all the data available. You don't have to wait. You have a tighter control over your inventories, receivables, sales orders, etc., because you have a real-time information. It does reduce the complexity to a lot of extent, because some of the really good ERPs are able to do almost everything that you require without even having an external system in some cases. And that reduces the complexity. Now you don't have any interfaces to worry about. You don't have things breaking down, because there's just one system that you have to be concerned about to keep its upkeep running all the time, and focus all your efforts and energy only on one system. Regulation is another big thing in the last 15 to 18 years, since we've had cases relating to, you might remember, Enron and WorldCom and those nice things that happened in the earlier part of last decade, or rather the first decade of this century. That has led to a lot of regulations tightening up. And when the regulators come in charging to ask about the financial compliances, they actually want to see the full string of information that flows right from the beginning, leading to that journal entry in accounting. And an ERP system offers that, because that's where it all begins, that's where it all ends. And so you have a better financial compliance, thereby you reduce your own risks. Automation is another key factor, which is very useful, because a large ERP system has a very large repository of data. Because of the high volume of data, you require to have certain jobs or background processes that need to run so that you can run your transactions properly. And most of the ERP systems offer that, where you can, for example, you have a company, you have got 10,000 invoices in a day. You don't want to keep doing them day by day, because that would affect your system's performance. So you would probably at 2 a.m. in the night schedule a job which would create all your invoices for all your 10,000 invoices, send them out. It's very easy to scale an ERP. All you have to do is to extend your licensing or extend the functionality. Because when you start off, you may say, I got 50 employees or 100 employees. Not all of them need to be on the ERP. So I'm going to take a license only for 20, for example. As you get along, you find that another 10 people need it. It's simple. You can just, order more licensing and get more users on it. You could have started a ERP system with maybe only a finance function on it. And now you think it might be useful for purchasing too. So it's not a big deal to extend that to purchasing because you already bought the software. All that you need is now to customize it to your requirements. You don't have to start writing code from scratch. You already paid for it. And then you have integration wherever you require. Some time ago, I said that think of an ERP as a very, 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 very large Excel. At the end of the day, there's a lot it can do, but then it's still limited because it's a packaged software. There are times when an ERP is probably not able to provide 100% of the functionality. Typical examples are taxation, where rules keep changing, very often, especially in the United States. Canada is much better in that sense. But in the US, you have 4 different levels of taxation, and changes are quite often. It's very complex. So sometimes for taxation, you may need to connect with some external interface, and there are a lot of them available. And you have to connect your ERP system so that you can get the live data, the current data from the external taxation interface or system. So most ERPs are able to integrate very well with these external systems. And the last is discipline, my personal favorite. When you have a normal, you're doing things on the fly. You want to ship out something, everyone scrambles. You call the FedEx people and you pack your packet and you go. When you have an ERP system, you have to necessarily follow a certain process. It can be very unforgiving if your data is not correct. To have the data correct, an organization needs discipline. One of the big kickers of an ERP, the ones that I have known a little bit more, and I thought Claudio referred to them, Syspro, SAP earlier, are very unforgiving when it comes to data. And that causes, or that brings in a lot of discipline in an organization. Because now, right from the start go, you have to have your data good in the system. Otherwise, somewhere down the line, when you are invoicing, and which is after everything's over, you took the order, you produced the goods, you shipped them out, and now you want to invoice, and you may get stuck up because some data right in the beginning of the order wasn't correct. This inculcates a sense of discipline in an organization. And that's one of the major benefits that arise out of implementing an ERP system. So these primarily are the benefits of an ERP. I'm sure there are a few more. This is what came to my mind based on my experiences.